I became the deputy chair of Nkangala, and with my comrade Charles Makula is still there. Charles Makula, he was the municipal manager and I was the speaker. In 2006, I became the executive mayor of Nkangala. And launching branches around Wheatbank. That's why I know Wheatbank so well. Emalahleni today. Steve Chwete, Middleburg. I traveled the whole region of Nkangala. And I became the chair later on for the longest time. For sure 3 terms in Nkangala, despite that they have been disbanded.
Well, hello, Lead Podcast family, and welcome to yet another installment of the Lead Podcast, where we are passionate about all things leadership. And our journey to leadership has brought us in contact with someone who is a leader par excellence, someone who has been influencing the politics of our communities for quite some time. And he's decided to sit down with us here today to give us his pearls of wisdom about what leadership is to him and some of the successes that they've enjoyed in the leadership journey. So I'm pleased to introduce to you today the Honourable MEC, Speedy Mashilo. Dumela Ntate, and welcome to the Lead Podcast.
Thank you very much, Mr. Manyaka, and the opportunity that I got today. And thanks for inviting me.
It's a pleasure, Chairperson. It's not often that we get people who are in the political space, especially at a provincial level, to talk to us about some of the dynamics there. And I'm hoping that after today's session, we'll get much more light about the runnings of government and perhaps some of your perspectives on on the recent political developments. But before we get into all of that, please tell us about your brief background. Trace your political history for us, please.
Well, I was born some many years ago, 60 years ago, in a small town called Engeldoren. Now Kwamhlanga today in Mpumalanga. That's a farm area. I became a farmer there, young boy, grew up in the farming, and I went to school in a rural school called Motwaneng. I've seen now it's a big school around your Mandela area today in Mpumalanga. Going there, school barefooted, early in the morning, but quite interesting. Before I go to school, I must first milk the cattle, my grandfather's cattle, about 12 of them. And I must come back and get the sheep, the goats out, it's a shepherd. So I've done well. But of course, I proceeded to complete. The school was up to standard 4 that time. We didn't have grade ourselves, up to standard 4. And I went to Moloto, Retang. Guess what? There was only one teacher there. Teaching us all this grade. And I passed and I proceeded. I went to Lofanten Dogwale to do my standard 6. Today grade 8. And I went to Mamelodi at Ribanelaka High School in Mamelodi, and I went back to Lofanten Dogwale when we started the new school. I remember those days. I had a friend of mine, and I met him recently now, still there. We went to one school, Mohoboshen. So it was a very good school. And he was eating chappies. And we arrived there during almost closer to tea break. As we go in there, eating chappies, then the late principal Amufumi, came out of the class and he saw him and he called him. He's shampoking. And he asked him, you must ask, what we don't do here is what is eating chappies. So they didn't allow chappies at the school. But fast forward, I then started some political work there. In Lofanten, Dogwale. First, I worked with my cousin, my late cousin, Mr. Maholewa, William Maholewa, who in the main introduced me to a number of things, up to including traditional. I became the secretary of the tribal office around the area. And as we were schooling, I became as well the leader of the school movement. And Lofontaine we established a youth, Lofontaine Youth Congress. And later I got arrested. That was 1986. Then I went to jail. When Falbank was still new police station, we were the first to go into there. I then got arrested there because of the politics, and later got released. And then I went back to Mamelodi.
Yeah.
Yes. Then my parents were very angry. Probably they didn't believe these things. They were afraid of the loss of the apartheid that time.
Yeah.
And my father took me to CSIR to go and work in CSIR. Yeah. Council for Scientific
Industrial Research, yeah.
Yes.
In Pretoria.
In Pretoria. Then I came there to work. I didn't like it. Because in the main, we had too many whites in the helm of Superior.
Yeah.
Then there was an old man who was managing the kitchen unit. They had a big kitchen unit system. And then I worked there as a general worker for sure 2-3 months. And I was taken to office. Yes. Then I started to put tie there, seated there, nice. But I realized I must still have to go back to school.
Yeah.
Because my vision was to do the real politics. Because I've seen how many people get struggle the life. And I went back to school again in Pingweni to complete my matric.
Yeah.
And later on, I started full-time in politics. And when the Bell was still existing as government, I got employed.
This is the Bantustan of
the Bantustan.
Okay.
We had our leader there, who is late, may his soul rest in peace, Comrade Shab Mabena, who took me by hand. It was easy by that time to get work. Took my hand and gave me employment there. And I work under the Department of Health as a pharmacist assistant.
Yeah.
And later, of course, I did the course and we work. And I became active 1990 after the ANC got unbanned, because I was active from the youth.
Yeah.
And I became the secretary of the branch. Effectively, I joined ANC on the 7th of May, 1990. That was the time I acquired the membership of the ANC. It was very easy that time.
Yeah.
And then I became the branch secretary, later branch chair, and we started to mobilize around the area of Falbank, Almastref, Lofontaine, in the sub-region called Mbibane. And then we had elections.
Yeah.
Over and above, when I was still working, I became the Nehau leader as well.
Okay.
I was in the union.
Yeah.
I was the head of the desk, education desk.
Yeah.
In Nehau.
Yeah. Many people know that as might not know it, so that's the National Education and Health Allied Workers Union. Okay.
Excellent. Okay. Which is mobilizing nurses in the main, but including the allied, as you said, which are general others professions.
Okay.
And later I became the secretary of COGHSTA Local, and I went straight to ANC full time. In 2000, I became the ANC elections manager at the provincial level. And I work, we still had, areas that were separated. You remember we had then Dr. Moroka. It was called, that time, it was not Dr. Moroka. We still have Tujana, Mbibana, Matanjana. We had Wheatbank. You had Ochis. We then started to fully amalgamate them.
Okay.
Coming from the TLC.
Yeah, and there were no regions at the time. It was just small towns.
Well, there was a region. In Mpumalanga, there were 7 regions in Mpumalanga.
Okay.
There was a western region. Western region in the main was mobilizing around Kwandebele areas. And we had Wheatbank region, which takes Middlebank, your Wheatbank, part of Petal, Secunda, and part of, in fact, the whole Tabacho, which is Lightenberg. But we're under Wheatbank region. And we had another region in Piet Retief region, we had Emelo region, we had Nelspruit region. So in the main we had 7. And then when I was elections manager 2000, I had to reduce them because the point was that these municipalities are not effective because there is no economic base. Therefore, they live from grant. And the sooner we amalgamate so that we can reduce operational cost, so that we can do more work to service delivery.
Yeah. Sorry to come in. By grant, you mean that municipal MIG?
MIG.
Municipal infrastructure
Grant, yes, an equitable share.
Okay.
That's come from National Fiscus. Then eventually I had to amalgamate them. Remember, we had as well areas like Mutse.
Yeah.
And then we took Mutse into Limpopo and the Skukuna region.
I remember.
We had areas like, Hamampur today is around Beggarsford.
Yeah.
Those part of Beggarsford was part of Mpumalanga. Yeah.
I remember there was a lot of fighting actually in that time. The people of Motse, correct me if I'm wrong, it's either they wanted to go into Limpopo or they wanted to stay in Mpumalanga.
Well, they were in Mpumalanga technically. Then we took them into Limpopo. They didn't want that.
Oh, I see.
They wanted to come back to Mpumalanga. But the decision was taken already.
Yeah.
That they must be in Limpopo.
Yeah.
And as well as Beggarsford.
Okay.
Beggarsford was in Mpumalanga. We took it to Limpopo, as it is today.
Yeah.
So these are the work I have asked coordinating 2000 because these things happened 2000 when I was elections manager.
Yeah.
So I did all this work. And regrettably, the then provincial secretary of ANC was the late Soli Masek, who was not well.
Yeah.
So effectively I was left alone. And Daweni Mahlangu was the chair and the premier, who was busy with government work there. But I must thank a person like Fish Mahlalela.
Yeah.
We call him Commissar.
Yeah. He's a deputy minister now, I believe.
Well, he's no longer deputy minister.
Okay.
He's currently the chair of the MTPA, that's Mpumalanga Tourism Parks Agency in Mpumalanga. But he was indeed the deputy minister of tourism in the previous administration, the sixth administration. Now, effectively assisted me to run this program. Yeah. But now today, I've got these municipalities in the province. We have reduced them to 17, plus the 3 districts.
Yeah.
Nkangala, Kharsibande, and Ehlanzeni, to make it 20.
Yeah.
And as it is currently, I was behind that.
Yeah.
And then, remember, from the TLC side, I became the first mayor of Mbibane. Mbibane include the area where I grew up. That is Tijuale, Lufontaine, the areas Almasried, Falbang, Bloedfontein. I was the mayor of the TLC. And I must tell you something that's quite interesting.
Yeah.
You know, that time we decided to do a project using, in fact, road, using paving. You can go there today in Lodin.
Yeah.
That paving is still there. We decided just to put a plant there. And the people, youth, do the bricks.
Yeah.
Manufacture bricks there. And here they put the road.
Yeah.
Most effective. The road is there. Unlike today, we've got too many potholes in the road. They put the road today, the next day the road is gone.
Yeah.
Something that is bad. And that's why we said probably need to go back to the roots of doing the roads and using the bricks as pavement. It's more effective. Quite, because tar road is very expensive, of course.
It is.
Then I was the mayor of that area. And in 2001, after the elections, I became the speaker of Nkangala. You know, that's the time we introduced amalgamated.
Okay.
I became the speaker of Nkangala for almost 5 years. And that's the beginning. Then I became the treasurer of the region.
Yeah.
And later I became the deputy chair of Nkangala.
Yeah.
And with my comrade Charles Makula is still there, Charles Makula. He was the municipal manager and I was the speaker. In 2006, I became the executive mayor of Nkangala.
Yeah.
And one of our tasks was to build the Nkangala administration building that we are building, starting from fresh. It's more like a Santen. We can do that, we must bring Santen there. And I'm quite happy that I participated in the building of that beautiful building today.
Yeah.
That is more like here in Sandton.
Yeah.
That's how I did. But there's been a lot of work, of course. And launching branches around Wheatbank, that's why I know Wheatbank so well. Emalahleni today. Steve Chwete, Middleburg, I traveled the whole region
Yeah.
of Nkangala. And I became the chair later on for the longest time. Yeah, for sure 3 terms
Yeah.
in Nkangala, despite that they have been disbanded. By then, late David Mabuza Didi, who was the chair of the province, disbanded me twice.
Yeah.
Ask me why. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to questions. I actually just want you to give us a history, but I've got a few questions to ask about your time in government. But yeah, do continue, please.
Oh, thank you. But I don't know that because why I was disbanded. But I got disbanded. And then I was the first municipality in the province, in Kangala, in Mpumalanga, to get clean audit.
Yeah.
President announced the clean audit for Kangala. And 2 weeks after that, I was disbanded. And then my region was disbanded and subsequently was removed.
Yeah.
You know, how was I removed is when the ANC in the province decided PEC that I must go to Cape Town.
Yeah.
And I couldn't go to Cape Town because of my personal and family problems by that time. And I indicated that I was not going to make it to go to Cape Town. And they took Comrade Kwaito, who is our Condoleezza member, to Cape Town. And later I was asked that I must resign because apparently I might have probably refused deployment.
Yeah.
But I've accepted that, and I went and sit home, and life goes on.
Yeah.
And later I was re-elected. Yeah.
Back into the REC.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a popular demand as a chair
Yeah.
of the region again.
Yeah.
And I went back, and then I work. In fact, I was disbanded. I was removed 2010. I came back 2011. 2014, I was disbanded again twice. And I came back again twice.
We're going to touch into that, Chairperson, but I just want to go to the beginning of what you said about your childhood, growing up in a Bantustan. You know, you grew up in a time when apartheid was very prevalent. So just tell us the conditions that you grew up around, especially in that time of apartheid, and how that affected and impacted your political consciousness.
Well, look, at times when you grow up, you think it's normal. When you are young, grow up every day, you must wake up, put fire there's no wood, you must go and get the wood. You must milk cattle in the morning.
Yeah.
And you must come back. We thought that's how life it is, especially when you grow up in a rural area. You know, not in a township where probably life could have been different.
Yeah.
But as time goes on, I started to read and understand, and I hear about Mandela there. And then we realized something's not right. And when we started to understand why Mandela is in jail, and we started to understand why Mandela is in jail, and we realized that we must play the role as well. Keeping quiet is not going to help.
Yeah.
It was difficult, of course. Remember, apartheid, they were intact in terms of doing things. One is to do things by force, up to killing. When I got arrested, that's where I realized there is a problem. Yes. And I got arrested in the main by black people.
Yeah.
Tortured me.
But these are agents of the apartheid government.
Course.
Yeah.
Of course. Tortured me. But there was one person who was a sergeant as well. I think he was very progressive. When I was tortured, then later seated there alone, he came and spoke to me. Yeah. And he said some of the things that indeed I still remember very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That this is a struggle. And the struggle is for emancipation of our people. We are not liberated here as police. We are doing what we're told to do.
Yeah.
If we don't, we are in trouble. So this is how I understand these issues very well. And I started to read and do the history there. And I became active to say I can play a role.
Yeah.
And I'm happy I've done what I should do.
Indeed. Indeed. Now, you also talk about certain people. You mentioned the late Mabena, who was one of the people that introduced you to the world of politics. Can you name any other people who were impactful to making you the political leader you are today?
Well, there are a number of them. I work as well with Brad Days, an old man still alive, fortunately, David Mkomezulu.
Okay.
Those are the people I work with. They are comrades, Dr. Mukare. Yeah. Dr. Mukare is Harankuwa, Medunza.
George Mokare
George
Hospital.
Mukare. It's named after him.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, after comrade George Mukare. I work with him, George.
Oh, I thought he was a doctor, actually.
No, he was a
Yeah.
doctor.
Okay, he was a medical doctor. Okay.
George was a medical doctor, but then serious activist.
Yeah.
Yeah, was a highly activist, but was a medical doctor, of course. That's at some point he worked in Gwandabele as a secretary as a health secretary. That means he's a HOD, or for a director general for health. Then in the Bantu state.
Yeah.
But he was highly, political. That means so. He's one of the people who encouraged us to do. And later with Comrade Ephraim Muhan, the late Ephraim Muhan. Remember, he's the founder of COGHSTA.
Yeah.
Comrade Eve. Those are the people that we worked and they encouraged us to what we are today.
Yeah. A lot of people will say good things about the gentleman, Ephraim Mogale, the late. In fact, just a few days ago, we're driving through Marble Hall.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised actually, to find that the place is named after him.
Yes, correct.
The municipality, and then there's a few other people I've also known in politics from that region who attribute a lot of their consciousness to Ephraim Mogale, Was he also in the SACP by any chance?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He was SSCP Comrade If. When he passed on the accident in Witbank, he was the chair of the SSCP in Mpumalanga. Yeah. And his secretary was Judas Totes, which is late as well. So those are comrades I work with.
Now, Chair, there was a time when you said you went into local government and you are pretty much the people who started the regions, and you counted many people that you worked with. You also became the mayor, and you also were a speaker as well. You also mentioned the name of Charles Makola and many other people who you worked with. And this eventually led to you getting a municipality that got a clean audit. And I remember at that time as well, Thabo Mbeki was also the president. And he actually singled out Nkangala District Municipality as being one of the star performers of governance. What went wrong? Because it seems like service delivery and the ANC these days, if the media is to be perceived, but I think also driving in the streets and looking at the condition of our country, you beg the question, what went wrong? Because clearly something was right when you came into governance, but things are no longer the same. What would you attribute that to?
Well, two things. One could be the leadership. And corruption has arrived so big to an extent that even a general worker is thinking, what can he steal? Look around, a cleaner can even steal some tissues. Yeah. This is what went wrong, but that's leadership of administration. That things went wrong there. Because continuously, the legislation has not changed except trying to tighten up screws there and there. But the people that are driving these things, probably they might either lack vision, lack a compaction in terms of how things must happen, and management as well. Because to manage is not just an easy thing. You got to manage whether it's nice, whether it's bad, or to do that. But over and above, people wanted to be rich quicker. Yeah. People wanted to be rich quicker. One day I was in London when I was the chairperson of Councillors Pension Fund. I was a chairman of Councillors Pension Fund for a long time, of course. And I was in London, and he says to me, certain white man, he said, you see, Africa, if we give you 100 rand to go and buy, what do? You don't come with items of 100 rand. You'll come with the items of 10 rand. You have eaten the other 90 rand. Instead of taking, buy with 90 rand and eat 10 rand. And he said, that's the problem. And probably that's true. You see by so many potholes, you give contractors work, instead of doing enough, not long these potholes. And
Yeah.
this tar road is still fairly new. But why? Why you put a ferry something that is not qualitative? It means you want to save more money to you. And to many people, some people will, solicitate monies. You have to bribe a lot of people, and that's the problem. And President spoke much about this issue. At times, probably has been criticized because how we are doing things.
Yeah.
But yes, that's how I believe we are losing
Yeah.
the grip.
And how does this work for brand ANC? Because we're already in the season of, or the era of coalition governments. And we both know now with local government elections, many people are writing off the prospects of the ANC effectively controlling government. So what is your prediction? Do you think the ANC will be able to regain the hope and the hearts of voters again, or are you already preparing yourself for local governments that are coalition governed?
Maybe let's look the matter different. It says what makes government to be good? Is it the people? That's one, or is it something else? And the government, any government, to be successful, is a combination of the two.
Yeah.
The legislations and policies. Now let's look at the policy of ANC. They're the best. They're the best in the world and everywhere. But maybe the lacking is the implementation part.
Yeah.
And that goes to the people. With the situation we have seen now and the difficulties went through, we are determined to put the right people for the position. Because there's nothing wrong with our legislations. No one will come in and say, I'll change that, because our policy is not working. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah.
Yes. The only issue is to have the right people for them to understand this policy and implement them.
Yeah.
And that's why we're determined. We don't plan for collusion as the ANC. That's not part of our plan. Our plan is to win, is to go back, accept our mistakes, correct it. Madlanga is one of the commissions that is best. Go to the element,
Yeah.
the top of
Yeah.
the problems. And we're happy with the Madlanga commissions, and no one could have done it. And I can tell you, in apartheid, there have been a number of commissions that were commissioned. None of their recommendations were ever publicized or known.
Yeah.
They were just done. In 1928, there was a commission that was commissioned by private. The
Yeah.
government of apartheid refused. When some of the says to government, no, there are many whites that they live below the poverty line.
Yeah.
Let's have commission to establish it. And the government refused. And they went to private to fund commission. And that commission have recommendations. I think it took about 4 years. 1932, they had the result. And
Yeah.
they confirmed that no majority of whites, over 300,000 of whites are suffering. And the then government of the English, which is the UP, United
Yeah.
Party government,
Yeah.
did not want to accept that. And they put that document under the shelf. Guess what? 1948,
Yeah.
when the Nationalist Party took over, they implemented that policy system. That's why they made apartheid. So that they take more money, give it to the whites that they believe they were struggling against us. If you are whites and black and we're earning the same salary of R2,
Yeah.
they'll add another R2 to earn R4. That's how they implemented the policy of apartheid. So I'm saying these things have been there. In our case, we make it transparent so that the people see. It's not the ANC that is corrupt, are these individuals. But it's the ANC who are exposing them. And this is what we want our people to understand. That will never hide. We'll never fought for corruption. We've never deployed somebody to become corrupt, irrespective of who that person is. Yes. And probably this is what our people must begin to understand.
Yeah.
So we're planning to win all municipalities in the country. Correct.
Yeah, hey, Chair, I'm very, very forced to say that it might be a difficult task because, and I'm speaking just from my own experience. People have been tired of hearing the same thing from the ANC in terms of the promises it makes. Even now with this agenda of renewal, and the ANC, as the late former president put it so nicely, it has been cleansing itself. Many people look at Madlanga Commission, for instance, maybe there's action there, but they look at your state capture commissions, there was not much action that was done on that. A lot of things were done, people were listed. Some of them are still deployed comrades of the ANC or cadres of the ANC now in government, but they have not been taken to task, So the question will always be, is the ANC protecting people who are doing corruption? Because a lot of times accusations will come if they are close to the truth or if they look like they're truth, people get redeployed. You find someone who was a minister, now they're sitting at another position in parliament, and it doesn't look like action was taken. They were just removed just to quieten the noise, but moved into another position. So do you firmly believe that the ANC is acting decisively to deal with rogue elements?
Look, the commissions are not established on the same rules and principles. Let's look at the Zondo Commission.
Yeah.
It was the call made by then public protector about the state capture. So they were to do the state capture.
Yeah.
And in the main, they were accusing then President Zuma about the state capture and the COGHSTAs probably.
Yeah.
And the case of the COGHSTAs is there. And
Yeah.
some people there indeed were arrested. The issue is that the people who want to see the minister, the leader of ANC get arrested, it might be linked on association, on a probabilities. Is
Yeah.
it factual? No, it's
Yeah.
assumption.
Yeah.
You see. And that's why we can't just conclude. Otherwise, we'll kill everybody. It's like we must have death penalty or what. We'll kill everybody.
Yeah.
That's one part. But when you look, the one of Madlanga is established differently because someone came back and indicated incidences, and the president established the Madlanga Commission. And the Madlanga Commission, because was precise around those issues of corruption, etc. That's why immediately people are on jail now, and some are going through the court.
Yeah.
Why can't people appreciate? Something has happened differently.
Yeah.
You see. And that's what we expect, that everybody must say, hey, there's an action.
Yeah.
Yes. Unless the action, somebody must be killed, then there's an action. We don't
Yeah.
have that in the Constitution,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But there's a lot of action. People get arrested, they go through the process, and we believed very strong as the ANC that we're on course. Same applies with the Minister Mkunu. Minister Mkunu, people might think he should have been fired. Maybe firings was not going to be sufficient. If later I found you're firing wrong person, you're not. Investigate first, come to the conclusion, take an appropriate action. Maybe firing is not the right issue. The right issue could be something else.
Yeah.
And this is how we believed. And in terms of the Zondo Commission, there are comrades that they touched their names. Some took the matter to court, some did not take the matter to court, and some they lost, of course. And they're no longer in the positions.
Yeah.
So I don't remember anyone that Madlanga or any commission spoke about who have given positions.
Yeah.
That those I know, they said, let's test what you said in court. Because they were not given opportunities by the Zondo Commission. They just mentioned your name. It's like now, somebody just mentioned your name.
Yeah.
It does not mean that is true. Yeah. And
I-
remember, we live one another.
Yeah.
If somebody asked me, do you know Ket Matla? And I said, no, I know Ket Matla. Does not mean, or Ket Matla said, I knows me. Does not mean that what he has done, I know. No, it does not mean that.
Yeah.
You see. So that's why sometimes it's difficult to come to the conclusion. But this one of Madlanga, they were precise on the issues. And that's why action is taken.
Yeah. I'm glad you raised the issue of Ket Matlala as well, because, there's a lot of questions around who the ANC also associates itself with, or members of the ANC to be precise. Figures like Ket Matlala being able to have that sort of influence in the ANC, to be able to even win tenders of that nature and even extend gratuity to people who are police people who know full well that this man is a criminal, makes you wonder, about, the ANC as well and its deployed cadres. Correct me if I'm wrong, who are actually in bed with criminal elements. You find that the ANC creates a perception that it's very close to such. When you look at what Ket Matlala has been doing this whole time, when you look at the regional treasurer of Mafikeng, I don't know what that region is called, the Indian guy. He's also being entangled up in all of these things. You can see that there's some relations. You hear of guys like Abu Maumela. These are people who are all very close to the ANC. And it just makes you wonder about this thing of cleansing. I'm not asking a question, Chair. I'm just saying the perceptions that are created in the space, and also the fact that there's seemingly holy cows. Now, I understand your argument about what Madlanga is doing versus what the Zondo Commission is doing. But I feel like it's easier to attack those people in the Madlanga because they are not political people. Maybe they are fall people, but somehow you get an idea maybe that there's puppet masters at the back here who are safe from prosecution.
Jesus had 12 disciples. And one of them is Judas Iscariot.
Yeah.
One of the 12 disciples of Jesus is Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him eventually. Now, ANC is a mass-based organization.
Yeah.
Within the ANC, there are the bourgeois, the working class, and you find all these other people, including criminals, whatever, within the ANC. But does they represent the ANC? The answer is no. They don't. Some, they come to ANC for to be associated for the wrong reasons, for their own benefits. Can that last? No, it's temporary. It's temporary. Anything that is wrong, you must know it's temporary. That's why apartheid was wrong. It ran its term until it came to an end in 1994 because it was not right. You see. So it's the same thing. So I don't think people must blame people that come here and they do wrong things. No one of the people deployed to go and do the wrong things. Everybody is deployed to do the right thing to assist the community. That's the struggle we took as such. Now, what do? You must cleanse yourself. And how? One, through a certain process. And one of the process is that one of Madlanga. Because all this element will know in this bag of potatoes that the following potato that are rotten. Take them out. Otherwise you'll spoil the whole bag. And this is what has happened. You see, that's what probably has happened. And this is what we are doing now. And we believed we're on the right track. Yes.
I hear you, Chairman. Now, you spoke about your disbandment. You've gone through a number of disbandments, 2, I believe you said. And you said I must not ask you why, but I'm very fascinated about the dynamics behind 2 disbandments, especially now that you mentioned that at a district level. You got clean audits, but somehow you found yourself disbanded. Do you think that it was a political vendetta against you to minimize you? So what do you make of that period?
Well, I can conclude as such that probably I might not have been a preferred person. Sorry. I might not have been a preferred person at the epoch of the time. And therefore, disbandment is one. Because I don't understand. But regrettably, I was not given reasons why I've been disbanded. Because my region, I know, was performing. Yes. And unfortunately, that answer to say exactly this I might not have.
No, fair enough. And then congratulations, by the way, on your re-election into the Provincial Executive Committee of the ANC. I believe the conference happened not so long ago, so well done for remaining as the Deputy Chairperson of the ANC in the province. Can you just give us maybe an idea of what the line of march for the new PEC is coming into this new term that you are in?
Well, thanks very much for congratulations. Look, the branches decided to elect.
Okay.
You see, ANC, one thing we are doing, we must go to conference. Each and every 2 years at the branch level, 3 years at the regional level, and 4 years at the PC and 5 years at national. So we went to a conference and branches. The constitution is simple and very straightforward. 90% of the delegates
Yeah.
must compose from the branches. And that's exactly what has happened.
Yeah. So the rest is the leagues and all
The rest,
other.
yes.
Okay.
Then we'll work out the 10%, which included the PEC, that included the leagues.
Okay.
They will work out the 10%. So all of us must make up 10%. So times league will get about 5 or 6, etc., depending the number of branches
Yeah.
that they've qualified. Now, the line of march is for us to go back to the branches. Branches, the membership. Go back to the community.
Yeah.
Try to explain ourselves, including this issue of Madlanga, including the issues of the Zondo commissions, the relationship with the Communist Party, and this is exactly what we are doing currently. That's our line of march. But over and above, President declared this year as the year of fixing local government.
Yeah.
To fix local government. Of course, I'm at the center myself. I'm the MEC of COGHSTA in the province,
Yeah.
which the bigger challenge is the municipalities. In the past, we thought the rural municipalities, but recently we have seen even here in Johannesburg, the issue of water and elsewhere has been a challenge. So those are the areas that we are confronted with.
Yeah.
But the bigger issue of municipalities is the issue of planning. Because this is what I've prioritized as the MEC concerned, to say output planning. That's why I've established a forum led by the Chief Director responsible for planning at the provincial level, Dr. Nkosi. It goes down to the district. Then we've got that forum there, so that we know which area must be developed, which area must be zoned, and when to put the people, what is type of the infrastructure is required there, the connection. And even to replace your old asbestos.
Yeah.
Yeah, replace it with the new PVC lines. And you see the economy is growing, I mean, as well as the challenges, the war of Ukraine, the war of Iran and Israel, has affect.
Yeah.
I've just seen the price of the PVC has increased about 32%, which is quite unfortunate. And that's the area that we are going in, because we must put more pipes underground for us to have enough water.
Now, Chair, there is questions that somebody was left behind. There's been a lot of chatter post the provincial conference. The impression that was created, especially for us who are on the sidelines, was that the entire leadership of the PEC would emerge and be re-elected. But we know that there's a certain Mandla Msibi who was not part of that collective or that election. And many people have said that he has been elbowed out. Bamvalele ngaphandle, to put it in plain Zulu. And many people say it is suicide on the part of the PEC because he is quite a popular person in his region. So my question, first of all, was he elbowed out? And number two, does this mean, goodbye to the ANC in that region? Will it basically affect the electoral performance of the ANC? That's my question.
Look, I've said to you, I was disbanded. Disbandment, that means my region was disbanded. I said I was removed as a mayor, and I went and seated home.
Yeah.
And come back. So to be out of ANC does not mean that's the end of the day. Especially if you are young, you can always come back in many ways.
Vusim Kachwa came back.
Exactly.
And he's
including the Comrade Matthew Posa. Matthew Posa, in 1997, I was there in leadership of the ANC myself in the province and the region.
Yeah.
We wanted him to become the deputy president of the ANC, and he could not make it. And he went back and started and do business. And he came back in 2007.
Yeah.
10 years after. Yes, came back. In fact, 2002, he became the NEC, and later he became the treasurer of the ANC, I think 2007. So you always have that situation. You see, Togo did this as well. There are many of them, I can give example.
Yeah.
So no one will be removed for whatever reasons. No. From where I'm sitting, is that I was nominated by sufficient branches for me to qualify into the top 5. And I take all of us. And branches, they decide on their own. If you could not reach the threshold, means the nominations was not sufficient. And unfortunately, one can't explain it why.
The branches have
Because
spoken.
branches have spoken in that case. Now, for us, we believe Comrade Musibi is a senior comrade, of course. I work with him, very sober comrade.
Yeah.
I like him as well. But from what we are getting is that Comrade Musibi has resigned. We don't know that as yet. We have not seen his resignation, and therefore can't speak about speculations.
Yeah.
For us, it remains our comrades until we have seen that.
All right. No, that's very interesting, Chairperson. Now, you mentioned that you are the MEC of COGHSTA. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm trying to make out the name. It's Cooperative Governance, Human Settlements,
In
and Traditional Affairs. Yes.
Correct.
So please walk us through your portfolio, what it's all about.
Well, look, we've combined 2 departments in the new administration, which is the 7th administrations. Premier Ndlovu decided to put the 2 departments together, and for good reasons. That human settlement alone is not going to able, to work. You'll end up putting, like happened in the Malahlen Selngqo, where human settlement put about 5,000 houses, and there is no infrastructure.
Yeah.
Who must put infrastructure? Is municipalities. No, there is no correlations, there's no coordinations. And we felt we should bring the 2 together, and I've done that. I've already matched them. I was told it will take years. No, it's not true. We've completed it. I always say, when there is a will, there is a way of doing things. Now, we're going to do things in a coordinated fashion. My duty is to first do the servicing of land, which is now come from COGHSTA side. The municipality will service the land, and the human settlement side will put the top structure and do this. So from where we sit, we think we are on course. But of course, traditional leaders, we can't leave them out, because some of land belongs to traditional leaders. Not all the land, of course. Some of the land belongs to traditional leaders. And they're important structure. At times, they don't prefer to be called a stakeholder, because they are there in the Constitution as Chapter 12. And therefore, they could not just become a stakeholder. They're part and parcel of governance. Hence, my duty is to make sure that we harness the work so that we can have a seamless services.
Okay, so that's what COGHSTA is all about.
Yes.
Now, obviously, this also entails the building of the homes, as you say. To date, can you give me an idea of how many homes perhaps you have built in this year alone, and how many projects you are working on?
Look, we've just started the new financial year now. We are going to put about 3,800. Last year, we've put about 4,900. So this will put 3,800, because there's some houses that were not completed, and some were done some years ago. And my approach is to say we can't just start something, we leave something incomplete. And we're pulling all the things. There were about 1,174 that we are going to add on. These are new. Those are old buildings or old houses that were not completed by the contractors at the time for a number of reasons. But yes, that's the number.
Okay, and then now, what's your take on this issue of RDP houses getting bought by foreign nationals and renting them out to South Africans? It seems there's either corruption in the system, or there's people who are actively getting RDP houses and they want to make a quick buck from owning these homes, and they're transferring them to people who should not be having them. What's your view on these practices?
Well, it's both. Look, our policy, and this is what we're doing, and one of the issues I said that we're servicing land as opposed to build house. The policy is clear. When you build a house, there must be an owner. HSS, which is the system we're using, we need to attach money with a percent. which is a house. We can't build houses like we just build houses. They are likely to be invaded and to be sold. And that is, we're likely to have corruptions.
Yeah.
So in the province, there's no house I'll build without the owner gets approved.
Yeah.
And what we did now, I've established a new policy now in the department that as we are going to start building houses, the owners must come.
Yeah.
Because every day you can come and see your house and see if the construction is happening properly. You know, unlike we are waiting to get the house come in, just open the key. No. We're changing that the people, they can play the role. To some extent, we're saying if other people, because we are building RDP for unemployed people, you can even come and do some work there.
Yeah.
There's nothing preclude you to do that. So at the end of the day, we can have the feel of the house, and we can even see how much level of bags of cement, wheelbarrows of sand they are put in there, the quality of the house.
Yeah.
And this what can make our people to be committed to own. And we realize one big problem is that you are coming from KZN or you are coming from the Northwest. You are working in Mpumalanga. Then you have opportunity to go and register for RDP house.
Yeah.
Because you qualify. But later on, before the house gets built, you get employment elsewhere.
Yeah.
You leave. Then the house come out. When the house come out, the owner is not there anymore. And they build the house.
Yeah.
When they build the house becomes complete. When the house gets completed, it's not gets occupied.
Yeah.
That's where the corruption starts. Either some of our officials might have noticed that the soul is not here,
Yeah.
and they'll just put someone else there.
Yeah.
When we are to issue the title deeds, because the title deeds, as I issue the title deeds, the conveyancers that I've appointed, they must come house to house. That's why they'll do that in the evening. So they can check and get your ID, so they give the title deed to the right owners.
Yeah.
They compare the register of the HSS, what they have, and the ID of a person in the house.
Yeah.
If they don't correspond, they can't. And that's why they come back to me. So House X, the owner is not staying there.
Yeah.
We found Mukonyana, or we found someone else. And that's why I pick up these are problems.
Yeah.
And what do I do about these issues?
Now let's talk about the housing backlog. You know, when we look at the patterns of rural-urban migration, it seems like this is a never-ending problem, because more people are born in the rurals and they come to town to look for work, and then they apply for RDPs. They probably leave their kids there, and then those kids grow up, and then they come now to the big cities and they're also looking for employment. They need an RDP house. You know, so it looks like a never-ending cycle. Do you also admit that this is the case? And do you think there'll be enough budget in government to do this
No.
non-stop?
We'll never finish building RDP houses. Correctly as you interpreted.
Yeah.
Every day there's a new person comes growing up, and that's. However, our solutions, and maybe let me answer the question, what is our backlog? Our backlog stands at 274,000. You can see the number and the number of homes and the number of people who are building doesn't get high. The budget is diminishing. But we've got the solution now. Not every person wants RDP house. No. That research, I've done it and I'm convinced, not every person. But people, they want land.
Yeah.
People want land. Go to an area, Etekwan, in the Mbombela. We've put about 5,000 RDP house. I went there recently. I couldn't even identify which RDP houses here. Could be one or two as you drive.
Yeah.
All of them are big houses.
Yeah.
And that's conclude.
Laughing at that, yeah.
Yeah, they conclude that no, never conclude that our people, they want RDP house. That's why our focus, I'm doing sites. I'm doing 7,000 sites in a grill. You see, I'm doing 4,000 sites in the Slobela is in Chief Albert.
Okay.
I'm doing 7,000 sites in Bushbuckrest, in the new establishment called Hospital View, where we've put a big hospital, Mapulane. I'm doing about 6,000 in Kamhlushu. in Ngomas. And we still have a number of them. But I can mention all the lists. It's just huge. I'm now going to focus around Dr. Moroka and Tembesi.
Yeah.
And in that area, we'll give people sites. And you'll see people that will build for themselves. That number of 270,000, reduce it
Yeah.
drastically. Then will remain with the people who totally they have no income and they've got no means to build and build for them.
Yeah.
We can even increase the square meter because the money shall probably sufficient to put a bigger houses as opposed
Yeah.
the approach that we've been doing over time.
I hear you, Chair. Now, I know I'm going to be a bit mischievous here.
Yes.
I know the Secretary General has put out a order saying that the succession debate is not to be discussed until the correct time. So I'm not going to ask you who's going to be the next president of the ANC, but I'm going to ask you, and possibly the country as well, what type of leader would you want to see leading this country? I know the chairperson of the ANC in Mpumalanga has come out to say it must be someone who was from within, unless I'm misquoting him, but he said someone who's come from the ANC structures, not someone who is just coming from a parachute and landed. Correct me if I'm wrong, I saw a media report saying that, but who do you see as the ideal leader of the president? What would you want them to be like?
Look, as a sitting leadership of ANC is always good to be disciplined. And the disciplined part is when the SG have spoken the matter, we don't deal the matter. But of course, does not in any way prohibit us to express what we think without dealing with the names.
Of course.
Because names are very divisive at times. But we need a leader that is more clued up about the economy. That is economy. The leader that is clued up about organizational policy rules of the ANC. And a leader that can unify both the nations, which is the community of the whites, the Indian colors and black communities. Somebody can appeal them, of course, there is no one's got no weaknesses, and we can always work out the weakness of individual. But when time comes, of course, we'll discuss this issue and decide. To what an extent that one must come from within or anywhere, a person must be the member of ANC. So I think the word within, unless it's misinterpreted or is understood in another context, the context of understanding within should be a member of ANC. Because the ANC constitution is clear. Every member of ANC got the right to contest. Yes. Yes.
Now, Chair, I was watching a news article, actually watching a news story, and it was of a traditional nature. And I remember you were also there, and it then appeared, your name appeared there, and it said COGHSTA Speedy Mashilo. So I was a bit surprised to find that you are a traditional leader. So yourself. So please enlighten us, which traditional leadership are you part of, and what are the roles of traditional leadership? I know you expanded on them in your government portfolio, but what is traditional leadership as well?
Well, the origin of the Mashilos, they originated around Lulu Mountain. Lulu Mountain is in Limpopo.
Okay.
Yes. As you go to Beckersford, there is a mountain. Those mountains are called Lulu Mountains.
Okay.
Lulu. And that's where the origins, and they are there in the main and migrated as everybody was migrating. And there are Mahoshi in that area of the Mashilo, in the Limpopo. And subsequently coming this side, my grandfather was involved in this area. Then Wandabele, before it becomes Wandabele, because Wandabele came around 1970, 74, 75, just there. But they were there a long time before. And practicing these things of traditional leaders, including Ngoma initiations, etc. And I've inherited that myself.
Okay.
Too. And in this case, we didn't claim it, our chieftaincy, around Mpumalanga, the area. But time has come because no one does not know that I am. that will claim our bohosh
Yeah.
so that we can participate. Of course, the role of traditional leaders are very important. Our people, they do believe in culture, and this is what we must calculate. You go to London, Queen Elizabeth is there. You know, it's now King, William, and elsewhere. Africa is very rife. Majority of our traditional leaders, they got. And they've been in charge before these Roman laws come into effect. And that's why we believe the role of traditional leaders must help us. In olden days, there was no police like we have. There were no magistrate. Hence, there was no rape, killing. It was not, killing was have to be a proper fight.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. And we protect women and kids. But today, we've got all these systems. We still have more problems. So traditional leaders must exist to assist us around those issues. Returning back to original, as well as inculcating our culture of respect, so that at the end of the day we can do things better than what we do yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes. In the past, we were told that women were just wearing a small thing, men wearing skin of, things were fine.
Yeah.
But today, we're wearing all these big dresses and all this, but we still find a lot of crime where there is abuse, there is this and that and that and that. And I think traditional leaders can help us to manage those issues. And reduce number of cases in court.
Yeah.
They can be handled there. There are some cases that they don't deserve to be in court. And the cases that deserve in court are those people stealing money and killing and haste. Those must go to court. But some other fights, family disputes, they can be resolved by traditional leaders. Yes.
Now, Chairman, I'm touching on a sensitive issue here. I remember also reading about you were a victim of crime at some point, where you were either hijacked or kidnapped or both. Can you please just walk us through what happened there and how did that issue end up?
Well, look, it was on the 11th of November 2021. I decided to drive myself.
You always have
Yeah.
protectors, basically.
Yeah, I've got protectors, but times as a human, I decided to drive myself. And then somewhere, there's cars just jumped before me. And then when I stopped, those guys, they immediately came out. I thought it was one person, but I realized there were three guys. And they hijacked me. I realized that, the things have been hijacked, now it's happening to me. By that time, I didn't know whether this was hijacked or a kidnapped. You see? And until later I realized that's not a kidnapped, because kidnapped, either they must demand ransom money, they might have done something.
Yeah.
For me, it was simple hijacked. Then they hijacked me, they make me to lie in the car, and they took me to area, I think around the East Rand.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they told me that, look, we don't want you, we want the car. So because I was driving the Legend, so probably that's what they wanted, the car. And later, because someone called me, guess what? Someone called me and said, no, I know you're hijackers. I said, no. Then he sent me pictures. Send me pictures. Then I looked at the pictures. At least my mind says, but this one is the person, of course, because before they blindfolded me, I must see you first, isn't it? Yeah, my mind. Then I informed the police to say, probably these are the people. But eventually, the matter was left with the police. The matter is not resolved as yet.
Even to this day?
Yes.
Sure. So it was not a concerted campaign by people who were actively following you. Is it not clear, perhaps, that they knew who you are? What do you think? What's your take?
Well, my take, I must be honest, I don't think they knew me. Yes. I don't think so. I don't think they knew me. And subsequently, I did not believe that there are people who sent to hijack me. I thought I'm just a victim of crime.
Of criminality?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure, but it must have been a very, very uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, of course.
To find you. I'm sure you don't drive yourself much, but the one time you decide to do that.
Well, I still drive myself,
Yeah.
But yeah, the incident, it could be traumatizing. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But I imagine that too many people go through this exercise almost.
Yeah.
I had a friend who was hijacked 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
They realized that's not on.
Yeah.
That's literally not on. You see.
Now, Jay, before we close, I want to just discuss geopolitics with you. Now, a lot has been happening in the broader political environment. We see there's a president from the USA who is really just throwing his weight around and is causing a lot of disruption. And now he's got himself into a war with Iran. And that's affected, obviously, all facets of our lives. Our food is becoming expensive, our fuel. What's your view on this matter? And do you believe that this is the end maybe for America? I kind of feel like it's the last kicks of a dying horse.
Well, look, I don't think Americans, they don't see this problem. In my view, America has been the powerhouse, power country for the longest time. And they are losing it. Trump is making America to lose that. Because the other is about the respect, you earn. And over time, America did earn some respect for many countries. If they come and then make intervention and assist in terms of other programs, like HIV programs and number of programs they assist, it was a grateful exercise. Removing that, obviously, you make everybody to be angry. And that respect, you lose it. If you have capacity to do it and you decide just to do that. So I don't see Trump, maybe in the next elections, the Americans will still believe in him because it's not helpful.
Yeah.
And it's affecting all of us. Because if there's a war in any part of the world, because this world is like a global, we are connected with another. It will affect us one way or another, as it does now.
Yeah.
Europe is affected because there's war in Russia, in Iraq, and Ukraine, the issue of gas, now petrol, now all of us, well, now gets affected.
Yeah.
And not only us, even them Americans
They're affected.
that are affected. So I think one way or another, Americans might decide. So Trump will come and go. But I think Americans, people will have to relook the matter properly. Yeah.
No, fair enough. Chairperson, we're a leadership podcast. We call ourselves the Lead, Empower and Develop podcast. So we must talk about all issues leadership. Looking at your vast political journey, can you just highlight some of the leadership lessons that you've learned and some of the principles that you believe young leaders who are watching us now on this platform would carry in their army bag of skills to be the next leader of tomorrow?
Well, the first is to arm yourself with education. People who grew up some years ago, they didn't have opportunity to go to school, but they still managed to go to school and learn very hard. Today, education is almost free. And for you to become the leader in the future, you must arm yourself first with education so that you can understand what is called global economy, what is recession, you can understand the whole issues of governance. That's the first issue. Secondly, you must have what we call tolerance. You must be able to tolerate other persons despite you don't agree with that individual. For you to do that. And you must work hard. You must not be lazy. You must work hard. And that's what I have done over years, working hard to the community, understand the situation in the community, find way to help. I've now down to my Speedy Mashilo Foundation. Still growing, but I'm certain that it will be a good legacy. I don't want that foundation to be other foundations after I pass on one day, it collapses. It must proceed. with its vision assisting the people so that I should be remembered doing things.
Yeah.
But of course, I've done a lot of work, I think, up to so far. My role I've played in politics,
Yeah.
which I'm still playing, of course, and I'm determined one day we'll do things that is good.
Yeah.
We're advocating a big mall in 3 areas, and we'll make sure
Yeah.
that we achieve that. The people of Coronation in Emalahleni are my biggest problem, because that area there is dolomite underneath,
Very
and I
unstable.
must remove those people there, and I'm going to remove them. I've just resolved on Thursday the issue of Naledi and Lesedi in Stipchwede.
Yeah.
They said to me the matter has been there for the past 15 years. So I'm resolving that problem.
Yeah. What is the matter? Sorry, Chair. You know, I grew up in Lesedi village.
Yes.
I'm the son of mining parents,
Oh.
and one of the first homes my father
Great.
possessed was in Lesedi village, which has since, obviously, I believe the mine is no longer operating now. It's a Seriti mine. But what are the issues, just out of interest?
Look, the mistake that was committed that time is to create a village as a mine,
Yeah.
knowing very well that this village, it might not be there forever because you linked to the mine. And the mine is called the lifespan. It's called the lifespan. They could have think what's going to happen in 30 years when the coal is no longer there. You know, about that village. And the mine did everything. I'm happy that you grew up there. You know very well how beautiful the area. Go there today. Area is very dilapidated. Now, Seriti cut off electricity. They can no longer afford to do that. It's just chaos. But we are going to relocate those people, all of them, to the new settlement at the Rondebosch.
Yeah.
Where I said I've put 7,000.
Okay.
I put services,
Yeah.
water, sewer, electricity, roads, everything. I'm going to relocate them. They can name themselves Lesedi. So it's Lesedi moved there, but Lesedi is still here. Naledi has moved there. They can still know their area as Naledi, nothing wrong. Unlike the current situations there.
Yeah.
And then I'm told the area where they're seated, there's still a number of mines, maybe 5-6 years. They can still mine in under those areas. That will be fine. And this is what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Next week, Wednesday, I'll meet with this REIT to discuss their contributions.
Yeah.
Because I've done a lot. And I want their contribution as well.
Yeah. I hope it turns out well, you know, because I mean, for us who grew up there in the time that it was still a very vibrant place, you know, life was good. The mines really took care of the people. I mean, we used to get milk getting dropped off at our homes, you know, in small little pints.
Yeah.
You know, they drop off maybe 3 or 4 pints there
That's
for you.
manna.
If you are hungry, if you're just hungry there, you just walk to a local kitchen.
Yeah.
They had a kitchen there. Anyone, if you didn't have food at home,
Yeah.
you would just walk into that mine kitchen and they dish food for you, you know. They used to drop off big sacks of bologna, Viennas on a monthly basis. You know, the mine used to take care of its people.
But that was not sustainable.
Yeah.
That was totally not sustainable. Now the mine is closed.
Yeah.
Where this must come from.
Yeah.
And we had the people adjusting there in Dumhluzi.
Yeah.
You know, they wish they come there as well. They couldn't. You know, and then you eat free of charge.
Yeah.
So in any way, I'm going to give them the RDP free of charge. It's almost the same.
Yeah. They can, at least it'll be a chance for them to rebuild, you know. But yeah, thank you so much, Chairperson. I really appreciate you coming to the platform and sharing your words of wisdom and telling us your story. You know, normally we see politicians in media interviews, but the aim of podcasts such as this is to find the story behind the man and also maybe get into your mind as to what affects and influences your political course and the lives that you touch as a result of your leadership. And also to get some words of wisdom, because we want to empower and develop the next generation of leaders. That's why we do what we do. So we thank you that you came to us today and you empowered us. And I know our viewership, everyone who's watching here, will be definitely the more wiser from what you have shared for us today. Now I'm going to give you the platform. If there's anything else you want to say over and above what we've discussed, I'll give you this time now before we close.
Well, first and foremost, let me appreciate that I've been invited here. Just to say what I've said. It's always good to share some views so that we don't die with some of knowledge that we could have, pathways to the new generations. So I'm grateful, and we'll find how best we can support such programs.
Yeah.
SABC is overloaded. It's not going to be able to get all of us to appear before SABC, and etc. But the line of communication these days are easy.
Yeah.
Through the post, I think the people still get the same message that they could have get through SABC or CNA, whatever, media institution. So I'm grateful.
Yeah.
And I'll support you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Chairperson, for coming onto this platform. We wish you all the best in your future political endeavors, and all the best as well with the elections. I'm sure that is front and center of every politician now.
Yes.
I'm hoping one day we can have a political, I don't know what to call it, but a sit down of all the political parties to have a debate so that we can discuss what you have to offer against the many other political options that are in the body politic at the moment.
Yeah. You can line up. There will be line up. I think SAPs and others, they are going to do that. We can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can choose which political parties you want them. They will come.
Okay.
Will come.
No, fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Chairperson. Much appreciated.
Pleasure.
Thank you for coming once again.
Great.
And with that being said, Lead Podcast family, thank you so much for joining us. We always aim to lead, empower, develop, inspire, and bring leaders to you who will help you to become the next leader of tomorrow. And I believe we've done that today. And please continue to remain on our channel and like and subscribe, and continue to follow us as we continue to unearth leadership at its best. With that being said, thank you so much. We love you, and we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.